chat. Snacks! Yeah, let's get it going then. Right, Coach Helen for UFit Studio. I'm talking snacks, although technically I will accept that the first one is not entirely a snack, although it sometimes gets used as a snack. It is a breakfast item that sometimes gets used as a snack. That's going to be my argument on this one. So why have I done this live? I've done this live because, hey Jags, I've done this live because my test today, when I had all this weighed out, when I brought this on camera, was great. I literally had some fantastic guesses, all of them horrendously lower than the fact, of which I've weighed out with some electronic scales, by the way. So it's mine is not guesswork, mine is actual reality. However, I'd rather not know in one case. I just like to be oblivious like everyone else. No, it's just a calorie or one, right? So what do I think happens? I think when it comes to some items, let's be honest, some, not all, guessworking eggs. Yeah, how many eggs can you have? 12, 13. We like to guesswork a little bit, I think, because guesswork is better than actually knowing the facts. You like to say, oh, this tub of ice cream is only 100 calories, it's fine. However, take that principle, and often I think, honestly, being a human being as well, sometimes we like to get clanking, and we like to guesswork stuff, because then it's like, oh, I don't feel so bad, because it's only about, it's always like that, it's about, I would say like 200 calories. And it's always, what I love about this as well, when we do the guesswork for eyeballing some things, is always a round number. I've noticed that. It's never like a 225 or a 332. It's always like, oh, I say about 100 or 150 or 200. So it never goes above 200, I've noticed, the guesswork on this. So what is happening, the challenge with that, as you imagine, is that actually when it comes down to it, the example I used for a client today is someone who was snacking quite a lot and sugary sweet stuff, and actually when we got into me showing actually what these things were and the reality of the calories, it was like, oh! I was like, I'm gonna leave you with that. I'm gonna leave you with this, what I've just done to you. I was just giving you an example of what's going on in terms of calories, and then go forth, process that one, because there needs some processing. Now, I said it's gonna be relatively short. I have a lot of feedback on doing the food ones, so people liked the food ones, so so bizarre. I can't believe if I was in school that this would be what I'd be doing as a job. I get paid for this, but this is what's happening. So I said I'll go over the big ones first. Alright, I apologise that I couldn't get, how you can see this on camera, I couldn't get a glass item for this, so I went with a Tupperware box. But this here in my hand, I couldn't find a glass bowl. Wouldn't be good if it's a glass bowl. Is some chocolatey balls that some people have for breakfast, and also snacks. Now, if I did that, and you put that in a bowl, say it was like one of those big deep bowl. I don't know why I'm looking around the office like there's a deep bowl here, there ain't. However, if I put that into a deep bowl, it actually wouldn't be a huge amount. I did put it in a deep bowl, but then I worked out that I couldn't tip it without tipping it on myself like confetti, so it didn't quite work. Hence the Tupperware situation going on. So yeah, that is 80 grams of the. I'm going to use the. It could be anything. Could be a main brand one. So does anyone watching? I'm looking down going, oh yeah, it's kind of like, yeah. Does everyone guess this? What calories this would be if I added some milk to this, which would only be about there. If I was to add some milk to this, what it would be with the milk, or without, even without the milk? You can let me know. Well, let's just do without the milk first. Anybody want to guess how many calories are in? I'm gonna pop the lid and have a smell because I bet it's amazing. Right. Ooh. No, actually, I don't know. I'm not sure. It smells a bit like sawdust. No, I'm not in. I thought I'd enjoy that more, but no. Oh, Joe Sweeney's gone for 470. 470. Oh, that's a 180. Mel, we have. I feel like I'm. Do we have above 180? Mel's just come on and immediately thrown in some calories. Like Mel wasn't even introduced onto live and just threw in some calories. Going, yes, 180. I'm in. I made a bid. 180. Okay, so it's 80 grams of chocolatey, ballish, poppy goodness that makes your milk chocolatey. Any more advancement on? We got a 470, but I asked with it out milk, so I'll take that. So we got a 180, we got a 470. Kate Goodacre, Nazarene. Anybody else? Oh, Joanna Kennedy want to give me a calorie count of this. And then you can count them. Also guess how many there are for extra brownie points. Probably need to get out more, but if you can guess, that'd be brilliant. I don't know either. Right. Oh, 1,800. Oh, wouldn't mind. I think I'd collapse on the sugar from that. And Kate Goodacre, you're quiet here, Kate. Come on, you and Dave have a guess. She's if you were using my fitness power right now, that is cheating. Yeah, my teeth will drop out and go into diabetic coma. Kate, I feel like Kate's looking into this far too long to just come out with a number. Mel went in their gut. Mel went 180. Right, so 80 grams, which again, if I put it in a reasonably sized breakfast bowl, it wouldn't be too bad, because I chose 80 grams for a reason, because that's quite commonly what clients have for a snack or breakfast when it comes to cereals. So with 300 milliliters of semi-skim milk, because it's always semi-skim, that is always the funniest thing. It's never full milk would be bad. Semi-skim milk. So semi-skim milk would be 456. Not a bad shout, Joanna Sweeney, going with 470, but you were close with milk. And Joanna, I spoke about milk today, with green top milk, which wouldn't be a horrendous amount because I measured it as well. I did one with or without milk because I thought how messy this could get. So it wasn't a huge amount, and actually I've seen this in when people took cereal to work. So 456 without milk comes in at 309. So 309. So let's just say rough guess that's probably 2 eggs, 100 calories, it's a lot low for bread. Slice of bread, 110 or something. A few bits of vegetables, equivalent of, right? But quite a lot of calories. Well, it's more than that, isn't it, really? That's 309 without the milk, right? 456 flavour that. I can't even put that into food types, but that's a lot, right? But good to know, although you can see drastically the difference between the two. We have the... What spits up? Boring. We'll do that in because it looks less concerning. We have the recommended, who's getting into InstaShot, the recommended 40 grams. Does anyone want to take a guess of what the recommended calories are for the recommended, I'm going to call it dosage of the Cocoa Pops is? I'm putting my teeth in, so I'm eating them. I haven't eaten, I swear, both hands, can't get my feet on shot. No fingers crossed, I've not sampled any of this today. When you see what's on here, you'll understand how it's possible. I feel like Mr. Honey might have sampled though. I'm going to point fingers at that. Anybody got an answer for the... Yeah, Joe Sweeney knows. I know my cereal. Come on then, Joe. Tell me 40 grams of the chocolatey balls. Does anyone want to give me... Oh, Kate Goodacre's never had them. That's probably a really good thing. I used to have a little tiny box. You know, did you have that thing with siblings where you had the mix of boxes? It used to become an absolute epic fight about who chose first. It was like early Hunger Games, wasn't it, for the 80s and 90s? Get the cereal box that you wanted by any means necessary. They will kill you. It was always this one as well. 190. Joe's gone 190. Not bad. Without milk. What? Specifics! I like it. Mel's gone 220. Not bad. Assuming without milk, 220. Any advancements on that? Like, you see, like it's a bit like, should I just do this as a... So remember this was 309 without. Christian Palmer's like, what have I joined? Christian's like, why am I watching Helen shake cereal at the camera? Look at this. Getting close. Seeing dust a bit everywhere. Right. Keep looking down to keep it. 309. Right, so the recommended without milk. I'll tell you with milk as well, because you wouldn't put as much milk in this because it'd be spinning. So about 200 millilitres of green top milk would be 272. Without milk, 155 calories. I mean, I would go into the sugar in these as a separate live, but it's a lot. They used to say it's a lot. It's 155 calories of sugar. This is okay, but it's just, again, if you're guess working, 210, you're not bad, Joe. Like 210 is not bad. 155 without. So when we're doing cereal for breakfast, I mean, let's be honest, because I have Crunchy Nut cornflakes with my Doom. This would be more likely my portion. When I was guest working, like, oh, that looks like a portion. In it goes. That looks about right. Now, oh, I'm saving the best till last. I feel like Sam's probably done me a disfavour here. Right. Ha. Now, nuts. Oh. Wait. Christian Palmer's here. Nuts, Christian Palmer. Oi, this is the perfect round. Right, so I'm going to go for the largest ones first, right? So, 60 grams of almonds. This is 60 grams. It's not a huge amount by the look of it. 60 grams. 60 grams of almonds. 60 grams. Anyone want to guess 60 grams of almonds? It is one of those weird glasses that has quite a depth on it. So if you were guessworking 60 grams, this is 60. There's no milk involved this time, which is good to know, unless you do that. Weird. 60 grams of almonds. Anyone want it? Yeah. Okay, let's just take a step back. Swap the milk. Yes. You could go, we had this discussion actually, I'm doing a live on it in a couple of weeks' time. I had this conversation with Joe Sweeney earlier. You can swap the milk, Mel, yes, and reduce the calories, but you want to go like coconut milk is one of the lowest calories, but almond, unsweetened almond is pretty much the lowest. He goes, almond, coconut milk, soy milk, oat milk, I want to say, and then semi-skimmed. So yeah, you can bring down the calories by changing the milk, but fundamentally though, I think the biggest issue if you've got 309 calories of that is probably the bigger issue, right? Somewhere between the two will be alright. But 66, anyway, yeah, Krishna's laughing because Krishna knows, right, Mel's gone 365. Ooh, Mel. Guessing the calories. I love eyeballing, because I don't know if I can get it all into a hand. Oh, this was probably a bad idea. Joe's gone 360. Oh, no, I've kind of done that. I can't get it into a hand, but it is like a grabber hand, isn't it? It's a grabber hand. I'm grabbing into a 10 kilo bag type moment, isn't it? Krishna's come 400. Oh, we're liking this. Okay, I'm gonna let you know, because I still want to get on to the last one. Because it was the shocking one. Right, so 60 grams. 60 grams. Good guesswork there. It's a tough one. I think Joe Sweeney's just popped it at 369. So 369. There's no smell to them though, which is, I don't know what I expected, but disappointing. 369 for these particular ones, right? So 300, so it's almost 400 calories. So Krishna, close as is. Where are you at? Mel, you were, actually, I tell a lie. I take that back off you, Joe. Mel went for 365. She was in fact the closest. Okay, Mel going, I got it closer. You did, Mel, correct. 369 calories in there, which is not really that much, is it? As opposed to, this is 35 grams, although I'm going to admit, I think Mr. Hanny's had a little pop at this. But this was 35 grams of almonds, so 35 grams. In fact, to be fair, I don't think that was far off. There's only a couple that have gone walkies. So 30, anyone guess how many calories 35 grams of almonds are? 35 grams. 35 grams, which is actually, to be fair, that is about right, because it is... Oh! I lost one. Sam can have that one. Oh. 35 grams of almonds, people. So if that was 369, so was 400. What are we thinking if we see that? Because actually, look at that, side by side. That's not a huge amount of difference. Question's gone 210. She's using her maths head here. It's half is half. She thinks, right, must be. To be fair. It is exactly half. Whatever half of 369 is, because don't make me do maths. I think it's like 203 or something like that. But it's half, so it's literally half the calories, so 200-ish calories. Right? Just under that, in fact. So that is, you can see it's literally half. But if that is 400 calories, that's nice. Yeah, Mel's right, 205. That's a nice little go-to, right, for most people. Please don't question my maths. Okay, it's late in the day. We all know how I'm with numbers. Half. But look, side by side, that's not a vast difference, actually. So when people are just grabbing some nuts and put them into a bowl, this is where it gets tricky, right? Because you can't quite, when you're literally eyeballing, you can be off by calories by quite a lot. Now, here's the one that really upset me, and it is a deep dish. Again, I think the classes aren't helping because they're actually got that weird kind of scoopy thing at the bottom. So it looks like there's more in than there is, but it was less than there is. 75 grams of not chocolate, peanut M&Ms. 75 grams. Now they do smell. This was my go-to. This was definitely my go-to when I was I haven't got the bag. Can I just confirm the bag isn't even here? It's not even in my house. I had to lock it away from even my household when I was doing this live, so I do not have them at home. So let's just have a look. So it is actually, there's more in there. It's deceptively bigger, but again, if I was eyeballing this and just chucking them in, if I was just chucking these in, this is what I come out with. Ooh, Joe's gone high. Peanuts covered in chocolate, covered in crunchy goodness that just amazing. And then you eat them and you let them butter and the chocolate melt. And I said butter because I got confused with the chocolatey smell. See, this is why it's like I'm like this. Kate Goodacre. You see, I would suggest, I'm not even going to suggest you try anything that I'm bringing onto this camera at all for a second. However, this is so boring that you've... Kate, I didn't realise you were raised by wolves. Never had peanut M&Ms. Small violin. Okay. Any more for Kate's just like, I can't get involved. Wow. Mel de Souza 750. No. This is, well, that's over again. Just making a lot of noise with them now. It's making me emotional to be this close and not eating them. 384 calories. So that's 384 calories. 75 grams of peanut M&Ms, 384 calories. 384. Now that's, again, if you're eyeballing a massive grab hand, a bit like with the nuts, it's a similar situation with the nuts, because they are nuts, right? The nuts covered in chocolate. Same situation. Now, when I showed this someone today, they generally, and this is not a judgment or anything at all, they generally thought it was around about 100 calories, because looking at it when I brought it onto camera again as well, for them just like this, it didn't look like a hell of a lot. And not that I don't suppose many, unless you're going to drink it, I don't suppose many people would do this to actually get a good handle on literally what they're doing when they're eyeballing their snack or their treat. They're just going to grab and go, right? So here's the kicker. So this is 35 grams. It's 35 grams. I did it to the one as well, because I was like this. Dink! You know, it doesn't go quiet and the scales don't go around. I was like, oh, take that one off, get a smaller one. It's 35 grams. This is 35 grams. So again, let's just look at the difference side by side. Looks quite a lot actually, because it is to be fair. It's again, I think it's the deepness of the dish there, as opposed to, I haven't got perspective here. I'm like this one's bigger. Right? So there, well, we've gone 40 grams. I said 40 grams. 40 grams of peanut M&Ms still come in at a whopping 205 calories. So 205 calories for these, which actually that is quite surprising. Actually, that is just a handful. Now, when we're getting grab bags, when we go to this again, not saying you can't do this, but when we go into like cinemas and getting the massive oversized packs and the share bags, etc. How many people in share it between two people, for example? They buy a share bag as. Can you compare them to the nuts? Which ones? Oh, these ones. It's not a lot, is it? These are the biggers. So this was a 60 grams almonds, which is 369, and there's 75 grams of peanut M&Ms, which is 384. And not a huge amount of difference in calories, but right. Just want to keep shaking at people. But look, but actually in reality, that's probably, if you think the 40 gram bags, you get the little fun size bags where people have got majority air, and then the 40 grams, that's actually relative to what you actually get, if you think about it. And I remember when I was at my most pedantic about measuring, I knew there were like 11 calories each or something like that, because this was my go-to splurge after I achieved a goal. It was the peanut M&Ms. There you go. So the moral of this one, not going to recap because I'm not get everything back on camera because that's a bit of a palaver. The moral of the story is I'm not also asking you to count calories or count M&Ms. For the love of everything, I do that for you. The idea is, what I'm saying to you is that being aware and mindful of this and understanding the difference between having a guesswork at something that is always 100 calories-ish and being aware helps you then make a decision, right? Because if you're aware of it, you can say, right, actually, do you know what? I'm going to have this because I can, because I know exactly what I'm having for the rest of the week. This is a planned splurge. I'm aware that this is how many calories it is. I know it's 400 calories. I've made a plan for it during my week or my day, and that's okay. That's one thing, as opposed to, oh, just a little bit, right? I'm just going to have a little bit of a snack of almonds a couple of times a week. and then before I know it, I've slammed in, 700 calories additional through the week, which for a majority of female clients, and even some males, really like half the calories gone for a day on 2 snacks of just walking past the nut bag and grabbing some, but not knowing how much you're grabbing because it's eyeballing, saying it's just a couple of hundred calories. But what I'm saying to you is that eyeballing is never successful, really. And this stuff counts up. If you look at the numbers, it does add up. And now I'm just going to push them all away from me and leave it there. Nothing comes home with me today. That's the plan. Right. Tomorrow I have literally no idea what's tomorrow. Not some more food things. No more food judging of things tomorrow. That is a no. I will be back at 5 o'clock though. Tomorrow's Tuesday, so please join me. Have a lovely Monday evening. And for those of you who haven't signed up for my Thursday talk through all things female cycle based, I don't know what that was about. I'm sure I'll be more elaborate on Thursday, if not use many words that aren't appropriate for live now. Do join me. Register. The link is on the UFit Studio page to register for that. Please join me. If you've got nothing else to do, then look at me talk about that on Thursday. In the meantime, see you later.